tonight. And let's hop into our game here. In the top left we do have Astrea, also on a tier tonight. And then we do have Dark, who just demolished Gerald in 2-0. But but the last game we played on Ghost River was basically a mind-out situation, and it was a 32-minute game. And it seems this man is a little bit fed up with this situation. I don't want to play another 30-minute game. So he started out making like good moves with swarm hosts and kind of ling run bys and roach ling attacks and stuff like that. And this is only a pool first though, so I'm curious what he's gonna do with this. This is a weird thing. It might be a proxy hatchery as well. Let's see. This kind could be very aggressive. There is no gas though, notably. So really gonna be curious to see what this plan is gonna be here. So remember, Dark is one of those people who does not need a plan. He is one of these randomizers. He has randomizations which are insanely powerful. Gonna try and shake the probe here, but needs to get it done. There we go, hatchery's going down. And we do see 6 links on the way here, 2 more actually, and then another drone here. So what's your plan? As probe's gonna work away. This is not a full wall, there's a gap up here. So the Zealot needs to be careful, he needs to stand in the gap. Second Zealot is gonna get chronoed. Drone is gonna cancel the base. It could try to work on that Zealot here. Not gonna do so though. Yeah, what are you doing now, Dark? He's just gonna cancel the base, just gonna take his natural, which is not gonna be possible with the pylon blocking there. And going for the hatchery again here. Now trying to go for a surround, he's gonna get a probe, but second Zealot is gonna pop just in time here to save his brother. That pylon being thrown down here just to add some surface area or deny some surface area on that Zealot. And now we're looking good here in Astrea town. And this is not doing anything for Dark. Finally throwing down his natural base, but it's so late. I mean, Brothers hasn't taken his natural yet as well. But there's some more links coming in. The Zealot is gonna go into the wall. We don't have another adept being made right now. He's gonna lose his pylon now. Commit 1 link and open up the gate, or the gap. This will supply block, so yeah, having that... Okay, so now we do have supply again, as we do lose the Zealot here. But like, if he would have started the adept a tiny second earlier, he already had the supply open, right? So could have had that already running. And there we go, this is gonna be cancelled here. And a third base for Dark, who's also supply book, by the way. Just because he didn't make overlords. That's a classic Dark, by the way. Alright. So Stargate coming up behind this, double adept trying to come in now to find some damage here. Picking off a drone might be quite worth it there. It's gonna see one, it's not gonna find it though. Quick spore crawler trick here from Dark. And it's trying to shade in into the main. That's a little bit over aggressive, but he's actually gonna... No, you could have... Could have gotten actually a drone or 2 there. I mean, you throw away your adepts, but I think it's worth it. It was only 17 drones when he came in. He's gonna do so now, but it feels like the position earlier might have been a little bit better. It's gonna take out 1, 2 drones, maybe going for the third one. Is not gonna find the spore position here. 3 drones. Gonna be fine here for 2 adepts at this stage. It's a lot of drones right now. There we go, number 4, and he's misclicking. Number 5 is gonna try to go for the recall. I think he's gonna lose both adepts. That was not a good follow-up. Alright, so let's take a look at the numbers though. We did lose 4 drones while we're sitting at 28, so like, let's say roughly 30 drones, we lose 4. That's a little bit more than 10% of your economy at this stage. So it's still good harassment, but of course losing 4 adepts is not worth it. getting the first 3 and then going out, that would have been great. I mean, if he could have gotten 5, right, or maybe 6 with the follow-up adepts there in total, then I think it's really good for Astrea. And right now, I think Dark is kind of happy. Like, okay, it's not too terrible. Killed 4 adepts. He only killed like 4 drones as well. An adept for a drone. Usually you take it, but he tried some sport tricks which wouldn't go off, and some denied mining time as well. So it's a little bit more than visible on the surface. Now Oracle's coming in though. A lot of queens already in position here. 5, in fact, is their number. On one Oracle gonna go in and try to snipe some of those drones. He's gonna find 3. But at this stage we're already looking at 45 drones, right? And killing 3, that's not 30% anymore. Or 10%, sorry, not 10% anymore, by far. Way lower at this point. He's only gonna get a tag off here. And Dark's just going for 4th base. He has like no units. He has 10 links or something, 12 links and 6 queens, and that's it. Let's go 3 bases. Twilight Council on the way, as well as +1 weapons here. Let's see if this is gonna be glaives or blink or charge. I kind of want to see charge. There we go. And then have a powerful follow-up attack here and maybe smash Dark before he can really get himself settled up in the mid game here. Let's get some gateways out. He's actually gonna go with the Templar Archive here, so it's gonna transition into Charge Lord Archon for now. He's gonna go for a robotics facility. Probably gonna get out some observers. Maybe he's aiming to play the long run here. Gonna not lose one of these oracles. I thought this would have been gone. 4 probes. That's okay. Couple more here. It looks like it's mining. It's actually doing the mining movement, right? It looks so weird. And we do have 1 Phoenix. I need to ask, what is it about this 1 Phoenix? Saw this earlier from Gerald as well. Still 1 drone is here, sleeping on the job, staring in the distance. Trying to see if it can become a queen, but unfortunately you can only become buildings. Astrea's follow-up attack is gonna hit soon here. If he wants to go, he's gonna be there in a hot minute. And we'll see how many roaches Dark can muster here to put up a fight. He could already push across the map. He's not gonna do so though. He's just gonna go for some Archon harassment, I guess. 4th base coming in here. Another couple stasis wards. This is a big one. Oh my god. And this is a small one. Alright, there we go. That's basically the whole mineral line here. Getting stasis trapped. That's some good damage. That's a ton of drones, workers, whatever. And if he can intercept these roaches here, that would be amazing. If Dark gets away, of course, or can have a good trade. Gonna be a little bit rough, but we should have Immortals getting out here. There we go. First Immortal is done. Second robotics facility is online here. You have some zealots inside a war prism going super offensive there. But indeed, Dark is just gonna throw everything at Astrea here for a second. He's just gonna push out. Got some roaches here, some links. We've got a Nidus coming online, and there we go, Swarmers again. It's been loving those today. So Ling, Roach into Swarmers. So maybe he's like trying to get a handle on the style a little bit more, a little bit of a grasp. Try to train this, but I don't think like this guy is someone who needs training, right? Practice. But yeah, maybe it's him like saying, all right, I want to practice the style a little bit in ZVP for the upcoming big tournament. And of course, Dark is already qualified. Astrea as well, being the winner of the NA region. So both players do not need to play that big qualifier coming up in, I think, a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's gonna be in 2 weeks, I think. Pushing back Dark here on the right side. On the left side, we're losing a lot of probes. Gonna overcharge the Nexus here to keep that one alive. And yeah, Phoenixes are not gonna help you kill a Nidus network. I mean, Oracles can. A couple zealots here. I'm gonna deny this one. One is sleeping though. One is looking at the gas guys in there. Looking so mighty fine. Those green gassy things coming out. He will fight the next Nidus though, which is nice, so he can come here and try to intercept the Locust. Swarmos, he's gonna lift some here actually. Lift as many as he can. Try to kill them off with his ground army, but actually this is a trap. The whole army here from Dark is in position to actually fight off the complete Protoss force, and Astrea is just losing ground here right now. This is not the fight he was looking for. Now finally, as those Locusts do deplete, he's trying to kill everything he can here from the being on the retreat here. Phoenixes are very helpful in picking off retreating units. It's kind of nice to have like 4 Phoenixes. It's really cool. I really like it. They're adding a lot actually. I mean, they might even kill a... Okay, yeah, I guess 4 Phoenixes with 1 lift do kill a Roach. And there we go. So this is the idea. Try to snipe the Nidus after it popped. Kill everything now. It's coming in with his army. But there's already a retreat Nidus being set up here. And Dark only losing one of those Swarmhosts. Oh, this could be a big stasis trap actually. It's gonna create somewhat of a wall here, helping Dark a little bit right now. Got another Nidus. War Prism is trying to find some action here. Gonna get some Zealots trying to get some damage done. Oh, don't lose those Phoenixes. They've been very vital in your defense so far, but this is gonna be the issue. Locust coming in again at the natural here. There should be... Actually, the static defense is kind of baiting those Locusts into landing a little bit too early, so this might just be a little bit of a wasted cooldown in the end here. And yeah, this is not gonna kill off the Nexus, is not gonna kill the Cybernetics, it's not gonna kill the Robotics base, so everything crucial is still staying alive there. Oh, War Prism is gonna get picked off by a Spore Crawler though. Killing a base is nice though. And he will defend the Nidus as well. Astrea needs to be a little bit careful. You don't have any more sentry support, there's no storm support with this. You only have a couple Phoenixes in the air here. It can be a good fight if you don't lose your whole meat shield, but Hydras are pretty good against Immortals, against Archons and against Zealots, so I don't know, man. You're missing your Storm. There we go, Storm is almost done, but it's not done yet. We do have some High Templars here now, and finally Storm did finish. And a second Starport? This one get killed? No, we do have actually 3 Stargates here. So this is gonna be the answer by Astrea. Just gonna make a ton of Stargates, see what I can pump out of those. Zealots are gonna find the Knight, he's not gonna deny it though, as he is kind of running away with his army here in the south. A couple of very nice storms are gonna cover the retreat. And now he's coming back with the Zealots. He will find these swarm hosts. Maybe he can even get those Locusts to stay here. It's not gonna happen. He did recall to this position to defend the Locusts, but in the other end he did get a cancel on that base, Dark that is, or maybe even a kill, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's a canceller. There you go. Let's try to rotate down here, but yeah, playing defense against this very aggressive style from Dark with these swarm hosts, Nidus, it's very difficult. As you see, Gerald was actually doing a very good job there earlier. And I think it's about to be at the tipping point here where Astrea is like, alright, I cannot fight on anymore. Kind of running out of gas a little bit here. Losing most of his Phoenixes, which he has been building up a little bit to kind of try and counter these swarm hosts. And everything else is just not doing what it should do. He doesn't have a lift even on the Phoenix. The Phoenix is... This is... Oh. Poor little guy. He's gonna lose another Nexus here. And yeah, Astrea's chances are kind of looking dimmer and dimmer in this game. He's trying to kind of expand away from the aggression. But the issue is you will eventually lose your tech if you do that. And the Zerg does not follow you. Gonna be a nice snipe here on that Nidus as well, though. As I said, that second one is already up in the former natural, which is now claimed by the Zerg. This is a good pick off there, and he should rotate north. Oh, if he can get... Dark is always on the case here, always has the next Nidus. Alright, let's see what the main army can do. Oh, I think the writing's on the wall. I mean... Boot up Astrea, as we say in Germany. I'm pulling my hat for you or something. You gotta admire that he's trying to. Like, he sees like 17 lurkers and he's alright, I can still fight this. I'm still in the game. I still have an army. Still have a chance. There's 3 lurkers. Those 3 lurkers, oh my god, they're dealing so much damage. He's sniping the observer. There we go, and no more vision on those remaining lurkers. They've been putting in so much damage. Oh no 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 no. I think that's it. Trying to road in here with the last remaining of his army, but Astrea's army is shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. Everything's just dying, and there we go. GG. Dark. Taking map number 1. Quite a crazy game. By the way, thank you everyone for following so far. And while we're waiting here on map number 2 to be created, would love to tell you about the YouTube channel I'm working on. So if you happen to watch some YouTube as well, please check it out, give it a follow, give it a like or something. It's always free on YouTube, doesn't cost you anything. It helps me and supports the channel, helps me grow the thing. Thank you for your consideration, thank you for tuning in. We do have the next map coming up very shortly here. Clem, by the way, has been waiting 42 minutes. So sort of, I'm not sure if you're still out there watching. But man, that one's on you. On your long series is there. You're definitely on the part that was furthest back in this bracket. But we get a lot of content out of it, so I don't mind. There we go. And the bottom right, we do have Astrea finally making another round of 4 appearance in these cups here. It's been a while for him, he said like 2 months or something earlier. And in the top left, we do have Dark. Dark is looking very strong today, and he's been playing a style that's just disgusting with the Nidus Worm and Locust, Swarmhost. It's so terrible. It feels so bad to play against it. If you're a Protoss player, you don't know really what's the correct move. It feels there is no correct move. Like you lose a little bit more and more and more each time you have to fight someone or defend something. And then he's super aggressive with like a Ling Roach force in the early stage, and then it transitions into a Ling Hydra force, and eventually it's gonna be a Lurker force. And that's when you're like, alright, that's when your heart is gonna sink to the ground of the ocean. And you're just sitting inside that boat that has been your 4-base setup, maybe 5-base setup, and everything's just falling apart. Everything, the ocean turns out to be acid, and the boat is full of holes. Let's see what we're gonna see in game number 2 here. it's not gonna be a very aggressive pool this time, so it's a more of a standard opening. And I think Astrea is a little bit stronger in those standard openings. Like, if he is the aggressor, he is definitely one of the good executing aggressive players as well for cheese. But defensive wise, I think he plays at his best if he is not under too much pressure in the very early stages. Like, if he gets to his 3-way setup with like the standard stuff, I think he's gonna be looking very solid in the mid game. Probe's gonna get pushed out here. We do have another Stargate opening in the main base here, not being placed forward. Then the Stalker actually trying to get that Overlord. Stalker first, interestingly enough here. So it's something that Creator did a little bit. And what was super interesting to me, and what are you doing, Provius? So something very interesting what Creator was doing for a tiny bit is he would sometimes make a Stalker first, and he would chrono boost it out, and he would rally it across the map immediately. He would just ignore this Overlord and just rally us across the map and reinforce with an Adept. And he would aim for this Overlord, try to pick off that one. And sometimes he would just succeed with it and run back. And then he also gets the Overlord back at his base. That's something very cool. It's like a very cool tiny adjustment there, which I'd love to see someone really kind of get it, like, perfect execution done with that one. We have a Phoenix here. It's gonna hunt down this Overlord. Again, I need to ask what's up with those Phoenixes. I mean, Astrea did make, what, 4 or something? He used them to counter Swarm Host a little bit. At least that's what he tried to. In the end, it didn't work out as much. That was the idea. Let's see if he's gonna make some more Phoenix after the Oracles as well in this game here. Alright, Oracle coming in, running into a queen there. It's gonna find 1 drone, but also 3 queens. Gonna run out here. Second Overlord is gonna get saved. Everything's gonna get pulled back here into the base. The Overlord migration is happening and the gathering point has been found. The issue is that is limiting your map vision as a Zerg. You usually have an Overlord here, you have an Overlord here. You have one over here. And you have one over here. And now you don't see any of those, and you have one over here as well. So yeah. Let's see what Astrea can make happen with this lights out situation here. No, this could be a drone pickoff, a denial on this base. Quick, 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 quick. No, Astrea is not gonna find a drone here. Drone did aggressively sneak by here. Gonna find a couple of creep tumors. Link's trying to go for a counter-attack. Only one adept in position here. Probe is not really gonna save you, I think. What are you gonna do? Whoop in? He's also out of position, right? He's trying to go into a better position now, but it's already like 2 shots late, right? He's most likely gonna... Oh, maybe he's gonna keep the adept alive, actually. He's gonna shoot his own pylon here. He needs to fix that one. No. He attack of 1 health. And the rest is only shields, so I'm just gonna say this is it's a win-win. The Dark is actually making... Okay, so wait, what is going on? Dark is making a Nidus. And Lynx. So this is gonna be super aggressive. Astrea needs to identify this. He does not know about the Nidus now. Of course, he hears the sound. This is going to be a Link Queen Nidus. We do have a ton of queens popping out here. So this is to attempt to assassinate this third base. There is no static defense. And we need to evacuate here. This is a good play, I think. You just need to get away. Not in a good spot. Charge is not done yet. You do have Charge on Archon, a strong composition. It is already here, but it's not ready. And you're gonna lose the base, and yeah, Dark can just transition out of this as he's just making drones now. This is not an all-in. If you kill the third for kind of free and you can pull back your army, you're gonna be fine as a Zerg player. And he's going into more droning now. At least that's how Dark thinks it operates, and I'm not sure because I'm not a good player. At least not on their level. So it's very interesting. You probably, if you go very deep dive on this, like, is it fine to just kill the third and then pull back? You go like very deep dive on this, most players would probably still say no from the Zergs. I'm mostly like thinking of Labo and stuff. He probably have a ton of arguments why this is not a good position for the Zerg player. The Dark likes to play like that. He goes in there, he just kills the third, and he overwhelms, he kills the third, and then just runs away. And makes drones. Goes into roaches, but this is a nice attack here. This could be lights out for this base. He's even setting up some stasis traps. He's going into another Nexus, but of course the Nexus is so late now. We need to commit to some attacking. War Prism is still alive. Queens are trying to kill Zealots, but I think it might be the other way around here in a second. This base has been indeed picked off, and the units are running out now. Only red Zealots are being evacuated, and this Immortal is a little bit sad with his tiny crab legs there. He's not gonna find the runaway. We do have a recall happening here, but 15 probes have been picked off and still more are falling here. The army fight is gonna go for Astrea, but he needs to save the space. You cannot let this get cancelled again. Oh, and he might just be able to do so. We do have some more roaches coming in though. We need to be very careful. Oh, he did pick off all these links with that last force field here. Beautiful attempt here. Oh, beautiful execution there. And he's gonna lift some of those roaches. He's gonna just lift them up, and he's gonna just kind of stun them for a second and just kill it. So he used all of his lifts now. He needs to make something happen again. So Dark is on 60 workers, and he has a roach poke which is gonna kill this base. So the third base is gonna be dead again here. And Astrea, he kind of needs to kill Dark with this army. This is a formidable army. We only have one Immortal though, but so many Archons, oh my god. And so many, like, force fields are looking good right now, but the base is indeed destroyed. There is one Immortal popping out, but no static defense, no shield battery here. We do have a great stasis trap, trapping 4 of those roaches in the back line. Dark, those Archons are trying to be juggled into the War Prism. But it feels like the Protoss army is thinning out. The one Warbin that was kind of forced at home is kind of breaking the bone here for Astrea, but maybe he can still push through with these Archon juggling in that War Prism and the one Immortal being kind of safe behind it. He does not... He needs to keep this alive, and now he has some reinforcements coming again. This could be a great stasis trap! Oh my god! Identified here by Dark is just gonna get dodged at the last second. But Astrea, he's running dry. He doesn't have any income. He has so little money. He kind of needs to make this army work at this point. He cannot really go into another Nexus. He's trying to assassinate those low roaches, trying to morph into Ravagers, but most of them do succeed here. And we only see some force fields here. Sentries getting warped in. This is when you know you're desperate. You don't have any money left here. Archons falling as well here. And now this army is looking very meager. I think Dark is just gonna take the game. He's gonna pull the drones. I think though, let's take a step back though. Actually, you could pull back here as Astrea. You don't need to win this fight. In fact, he still has a very good shot here. His army is looking very slim at this point, but he's not down in workers anymore, and his tech is still looking fine. But he doesn't know about it. He's actually gonna go and throw down Nexus. I love this decision here. He's probably like, all right. Let's just F it, whatever, you know, I can just try it, at least. And he is gonna try it. There we go. Now we need to have the Prism with the juggle ability. We do not want to lose anything to those biles, but positions are looking better here still for Astrea. The army size is just so small. The sheer amount might just be a little bit too much. Juggling is still a thing though. My god, that War Prism definitely is MVP of the game here. And Astrea is not ready to give up yet. These Immortals are trying to pull forward. He's gonna lose one though. That's a big pick off here for Dark. He was so reliant on those roaches. But this base is about to be operational here, and there's a lot of workers to be ready to be transferred. Oracle trying to sneak by, I don't know what he's trying to do. Catching a lot of these Ravagers with some force fields. Great usage of the gas access he has here. Not warping in too many Archons here to fight, but we need some more beef, we need some more reinforcements here. We need another warp in. It's only one Zealot. It's not gonna be enough. Astrea is on a retreat path here now. He's gonna drop some Stalkers and a Zealot into maybe the main base to try and snipe some workers here. If he can get any worker, a queen, anything, it's gonna be worth it. He does not... He needs to keep the War Prism alive though. And Dark? Dark has an opportunity now. He has a lot of roaches. He could just go for an attack. He could just kill Astrea. Astrea has no real defenses. He has only some units at home. There's like one shield battery coming in right now, but that's about it. Another queen does fall here. Astrea is trying to make magic happen with a War Prism and a Dream, but if he loses this prism... Yeah. And this is when you go 7 Swarm Horses Dark, apparently. So remember, he still has the Nidus. The network should be up and safe here. There's still 2 queens in that Nidus. I wonder since when they have been in there. Probably since the retreat. Dark playing with 2 less units for the whole turn. That's a big mistake. And we do have 1 Ling that is already ready to set up a Nidus over here. The Swarmos are coming. And Astrea simply does not have the money to deal with Swarmos right now. He's actually up in workers right now. So if he can manage to win 1 fight, then he'll be in a great spot. Still alive, but no, having no storm here, only be on +1. Locust coming in is gonna break your heart. He's gonna fight with a shield battery though, so those actually did do nothing. This woman investment as of yet hasn't do anything. Dark is really starting to spike up in army supply. He's just making Swarmos. The Astrea is just like, all right, let's get another base. You have Swarmos, let's get bases. He's gonna try to go for the army again here. And he has a lot of immortals now in this mix. Gonna fare very well against this roach composition. One's gonna get the shield triggered by one of those Biles. War Prism's gonna set up into the main base, and now we do have the flank of Locusts. We're gonna do so much damage to every unit they're shooting on. But we do have a big weapon of Zealots trying to kill the main base here of Dark. He needs to kind of refocus his units there though. Oh my god, another immortal did get picked off there on the retreat. He's gonna focus on the building on the main base. I'm not sure if that is really the good target to go for here. He's gonna get it though at least, and he's gonna keep 2 Zealots alive. So he can still kind of salvage those for something else. It is pick off, but it's not the most important one. And we do see some more Archons getting morphed here, but the army is getting tinier and tinier here for Astrea. He needs a shield battery overcharge. He needs to have something that he can fight with. He cannot fight without his structures. He needs to recall this army to this area, or he's just gonna lose this base. The battery is gonna get killed as well. The Archon is gonna get kept alive here for a little while longer. This army retreating is kind of just running back. There is a recall though available, but you cannot really recall anymore into this army. And another 17 workers are falling here. These Swarmos are about to have the last game breaker here. The last wave to probably push out Astrea out of this game. Army is looking so small, but it is 5 immortals, so don't be too underestimated. But nothing in front of those is not going to be a good day for you if you're the pros player. We do still have something going on here on the other side of the map. The War Prism from earlier still was alive here. I think it just died, but it did drop a couple Zealots who were still inside the prism. It's trying to remake the prism, but this is going to get cancelled as well. We do have the Nexus up here. He could recall some probes there, which is kind of a funny thing to say, but it will bolster his income. He has all of these probes, so literally, Jake, recall them here and get it mining. Dark doesn't know about the space. It's like a hidden Nexus. Astrea just trying to go for the counterattack, going for the base trade. I mean, a hidden base. He did do the recall. He did do it. He recalled all of his probes from the main base. And yeah, this might be a good play. We'll see. Because Dark doesn't know. Gonna leave some units here, but they are not gonna be enough to kill these Archon's probes here. And he's actually trying to go for a retreat here. The issue is, no, you use the recall, so you can't recall these Immortals, and if they are dead, then, well, your army is dead as well. This is your army, and there we go. GG, man, Dark's been playing on fire right now.